What's good, everybody? My name's Isaiah Gibbons, and I'm a drummer, producer, songwriter, artist, and mixing engineer from Mississauga, Ontario. Big shout out to Arts From Home and Alyssa for having me on this platform for Education Fridays. And I would like to also welcome you guys to WESTEND STUDIOS, which will be opening up later this summer, so stay tuned for those details. Today we're just gonna talk about a song that I wrote called RTB, Rock the Boat, which features my homegirl Lay. And I just wanted to kind of go behind the scenes of how the song came about, the little things I did for the music production and mixing. And yeah, just wanted to kind of go a little bit behind the curtain and talk about what I did on the song. So let's get into it right now. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. With the limited time that we have, I just wanted to quickly take a glance at my song called RTB, aka Rock the Boat, and kind of go behind the scenes a little bit on how the song started and, you know, the mixing and music production on it and all the stuff that I did. So before we get into that, I'm just going to play a little bit of the song so you guys get a little idea of how the song sounds. So yeah, here we go.
I don't get high, I don't want to. I just want to lay night rendezvous. Ain't about a thing, it's only you. I want it easy, come here my little baby. I don't get high, I don't want to. Drink in my cup, let's go round two. I just want to rock the boat with you. Building you up, we in the zone. Tell the DJ to play my song.
Dope. So the song actually started with a sample that I found on Splice. If you guys don't know about Splice, y'all should get on that. So I found this sample on Splice here. Immediately, I thought it was super dope, and I added it to the session here. And yeah, I took out a lot of the low end, so I could do my own thing with the bass in the future. So it kind of sounds telephone effect-ish. With a lot of the songs that, you know, I produce and make beats with, I always start with melody or chords or keys or bass or something like that, to kind of get the juices going. Then I add kind of drums after. So with this song, I kind of followed that mantra and added these keys here and a pad at the beginning of the song. Then I added some other kind of synths later on in the song here, synth pad 2, another keys thing here to further the song. And then basically I love to use these pads and layer pads and keys, make them super kind of wide, and you know, it just adds a lot of, you know, fatness to the song, different plugins and stuff and EQs, and yeah. So then I started to kind of get ideas for the drum pattern after that, and so here's kind of the drums here. There's a lot of drums, a lot of layers of drums. So I'll play a little bit of the beat that I created. So once I created that beat, I always think of 808s, always. And I kind of added this 808 vibe. Yeah, and getting, you know, 808s and kicks to work with each other is always a difficult task. So, you know, for me it was a lot of trial and error, trying to find the right kick sound, the right kick tone to go with the right 808 tone. But honestly, on Logic, I use literally one kind of 808 called trap bass, and I basically just EQ it to whatever kind of vibe that I want and use different plugins. And then obviously finding the right kick to kind of go with it. So yeah, that's how that kind of started. And then I added little pluck bass kind of vibe and a sub bass drone for the verse part. So, you know, kind of take out a lot of the elements so that the vocals can sit well in the verse. So here's kind of the verse area. Yeah, and a lot of songs that I've produced in this kind of realm of music, I love adding this pluck bass and the sub bass drone under it. I used it in Alyssa's track actually, Thanks to You. I did this kind of same kind of pattern here with the pluck bass and the sub bass drone. So I thought that kind of worked well. And then, you know, I always got to add, I love adding guitars to everything that I do. And, you know, I'd hit up the homie Joe's, who's done pretty much all of the guitars on all my tracks. So here's what he added. So whenever I ask Joe's to, you know, do some guitar vibes for any tracks, I usually ask him, you know, to do just straight up chords and then kind of effects kind of stuff. And then I mess with his tone and stuff like that. So first chords, I usually add a lot of chorus, some tremolo, and I put some doubler on there too to make it sound a little bit bigger. And for his effects, I use a lot of kind of reverb and echo and stuff like that. And just kind of pan them out so they're not in the way of each other. And then for the homie Sam Pamonti, I always ask him to, you know, to add a little bit of chord stuff, a little bit of extra kind of effects vibe. So here's what he did. Dope. And he actually added this cool little trickle down thing here towards the end of the song. Here, I'll play it. Yeah, that's the Sam Pamonti right there. So yeah, so you know, with a lot of these things, you know, the quality of what they're sending me is really good. So I don't really have to do much to it. You know, panning a little bit of EQ and stuff like that to get it to get it to fit to the song. So basically, I was like, yo, there's something missing to kind of round out this song other than my vocals. So I asked the homie Lay, who's on this track, who's got amazing kind of 90s inspired vocals, to kind of, you know, add some harmonies and to sing a little bit on this track. So here's what she did. Dope. So yeah, so she, for her vocals, I didn't really have to do a lot to them, and I basically, you know, to get these vocals to kind of sit, pan them, add the verb and kind of stuff like that. I wish I can go more in depth about it, but for this exercise here, I just wanted to show you guys that, you know, I did a lot of panning to her vocals, and then her lead vocals, you know, added some effects and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, a lot of this, the mixing and production is just getting kind of sounds to work together, and, you know, having the quality of the performance of the, you know, the vocals or guitars or keys or anything like that to be at the highest possible level. That'll help with the mixing and, you know, just getting the song to sound as best as it could. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys had a good time and were educated a little bit on music production and music mixing and all that fun stuff that goes on behind the scenes before the music comes out. And yeah, big shout out to Arts from Home for having me again, and Alyssa. Thank you guys so much for all that you do in the community and for the COVID-19 relief. You guys can find the link, the GoFundMe link, in the description of this video and in the bio of the Arts from Home Instagram page. You guys can also find me on Instagram at isaiah.gibbons, and you guys can also follow West End Studios, which will be opening up this summer, at westend_studios. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your summer. And yeah, thank you guys for supporting me and Arts from Home. And yeah, stay tuned for all that's coming up. So, peace.